Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome back to PinkyhootArt's live painting sessions. I'm so glad you're here with me today. I am going to start a new painting. And as you guys can see, I finished my last painting here, which I will get a little bit up and close in a minute. But super excited about this new painting. I hope you guys are ready because it's gonna be a ride. So grab your favorite drink and settle down and relax, and let's do some art together today. Let's see if I can break my record, which is 4 hours last time, but I don't know, we'll see. Hi Graphic, welcome. Why did you say yikes? That's concerning. Unless you're full of sarcasm, which I guess is totally understandable. What was I just doing? Brain fart. Okay, here we go. Hi, Gishma. Hello, beginner here. I mean, you know, in some ways we're all beginners, so no worries there, but welcome. Would love to know what brought you here so I can learn from you as well. And if you guys are watching, if you don't mind, it would be awesome if you can retweet if you're on X, or share this live stream with somebody that you know appreciate this, and like, comment, drop in the chat, say hi. Thank you. Oh, I did not even catch that first part, Graphic, and I'm already sweating. This is weather. Okay, so I do want to show you, can you guys say okay? Do you want to show you where I left off last time? So I feel like this is my latest and greatest painting, The Shell of Self, number 5. I think I'm just getting lazy about like giving them names for now, so I'm just gonna give them numbers, like, you know, cool impression artist with untitled number 1, untitled number 2. So this is a painting. This shell, this lady, this girl, woman, probably a woman, huh? Laying on the ground, kind of idly playing with her fingers, and then her thoughts, which are the little guys, checking her out, interacting with her. And as I've mentioned this many times before, that this whole series, I'm kind of exploring how our thoughts would think of us if they had their own body and personality. And maybe some of those thoughts we wouldn't want to have anymore. But I'm super happy with how this turned out, and I hope this one I'm working on is just going to be as great. Yes, but let me know what you guys think of my last painting. Hi Weeds, welcome, and thank you Gishma, welcome. Okay, so oh yeah, let's check out my current painting, I guess. So I'm very much still exploring this idea. This is another girl laying on the ground. We have I always have so much fun working on those creatures, and I feel like my 6-year-old daughter actually helped me a little bit with these ones, giving me ideas, which I love. So we have one that's trying to lift her hand up. Do you ever feel like you're so just blah and dead that you wish someone would just come in and like lift you up? So she's trying to do that. She's like, get up. And then we have one that's observing from the side. We have this one. I really like this. She's like taking a last look at her and trying to leave now. Her back is turning. She's like, I'm out of here. Do you ever feel like that about yourself? And then this one, she's kind of sitting on her shoulder. This thing, I was meant for it to be like a magnifying glass. We'll see how that turned out after I paint it. But she's pensively pondering and is really trying to get a better look at the shell and trying to find out what's going on. All right, here we have it. I think today I'm going to start with the face first. Remember I said that I really should start with the most important part of the painting, which is the face, if a face is present, and then kind of go from there. So I'll try to do my best practice today and do that. Okay. Petal mentality painting. Petal mentality, I like that. Yeah, how's everybody's day going? Actually, I'm going to share my link real quick. As you guys can see, I did start, I did already give a, oh my god, brain fart, masking fluid step already. I kind of blocked out the areas that I think I'm going to need to be more careful, I guess. Like number 2 here, I have had better days. Oh, weeds. And oh, graphic. So yeah, you know, I know I've talked to some of you about just life and whatnot. So I know what's going on with some of you, but everyone else here, how's your week been? How's your day been? I know it's been a week since we last talked, you know? Oh, and I do remember, you know, what I haven't done this painting is to give that warm wash. I kind of schema this up to be like a cool tone, because I've noticed that for the past 3 paintings, well, first one was kind of mid-tone, but past 2 paintings I've done this warm kind of sunlight, warm color scheme palette. There you go. So today I'm gonna do a little bit cooler one, so we'll see how that goes. A little bit about masking tape. I am trying, at least I don't know how successful I am being, but I am kind of trying to use masking tape as part, like I paint it instead of just, you know, block out the areas like I have done here. I am trying to, in the flower as, use it to give a shading right off the bat. Oh, I'm already scared to start this phase. Okay, here we go. So I did make some paint already. I have a warm kind of ochre and then cool brown, and then this is a like a light dirty purple color, I guess. So give you an idea what I'm going to do. This brush is big enough. Yeah, I'm gonna use a bigger brush today. Graphic, I totally understand. No worries, but I'm so happy you're here. Ducks are cute. For the most part, I guess, until they start attacking you. Okay, here we go. So I'll go from light to dark. I think the light source is gonna come from this way. So that's light. Here we go. I feel like this first stroke of any painting is always a little scary because I'm superstitious, and I feel like if I do a good job of my first stroke, maybe the rest will be okay, will be better, but I'm sure that's not the case. Also a little bit, I'm still kind of struggling continue experimenting with my, oh, oops, I'm off screen, with my paper. I did have some buckling this morning. I did fix it, but I'm wondering why it keeps on happening. And this is just a wash, so I don't want to get too dark. I've been using a flat brush to do my blending, and I really like it, so I'm going to continue to do that. Oh, I'm glad Ken's not here. No knock against Canadians. Come on. Just kind of giving all this warm glow here. So far, so good. Ken commented on one of my new videos this morning, and it made me suddenly realize I need to use this. So I shall use this thing in a little bit. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, I was talking about my water paper. So I think last time I mentioned to you guys that I had some struggle with stretching my paper, but it turned out okay. So I kind of use the same method today, so I continue to do that. But today I'm happy to report that I found a new method. Not new, but something that I know that I know that some artists do, but I just personally haven't tried it, which is to use a blow dryer. You know, after you stretch your paper, I usually have been just letting it dry naturally overnight, but I'm starting to realize, I don't know why, maybe because the paper is so big, that I think hypothesis is that the longer you let the water sit on paper, the more it warps. So if I blow dry it quickly, immediately, then I think the warping is slightly less. I am going to continue to update you guys with my experiment. So that was my latest finding. I want to leave this color, this area, pretty light as the light hits that part. I'm going to starting to darken some of the areas. Canadian geese, isn't that where we get our down feathers from? We should thank those geese for giving us their feathers, willingly or not, to keep us warm. No, probably not willingly, but I also don't think they kill them for it or anything like we talked about last time. So that's that. Hi Ness! Oh, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. My day always gets better when I start painting, basically. So yes, I'm going to have a wonderful day. It's probably darker, you know, on the nose ridge. I think I also mentioned last time that I'm practicing this face, and I realized painting the same face the same each time is hard. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. It's starting with I'm trying to do the proper thing of starting like the right steps. I don't always, but most of the time the painting turns out fine. But I try, since you know I am cognizant of it today, I'm trying to do the best practice, which is light from dark, face, and then outward. Let's see how well I keep that. And right now I'm just giving it all a wash as I build up the colors. I think I should do. And also remind myself and you guys as also a result that with watercolor, you really don't want to over blend it. Sometimes it seems a little strokey, and once it dries, it's actually totally fine. Okay. And the light goes. Let's add a little bit of light here. And this color I'm using is just, I think it's just yellow ochre and a little bit of burnt sienna. She looks like she's about to cry. Okay, let's do this. And I feel like there's a little too much yellow here, so I'm going to just wipe a little bit away. Okay, maybe not very successful. That's all right. Okay. More blending hits hard with the ruler. Okay, no more blending. Stop blending. I should probably take that masking fluid off. I don't know why I added it to begin. begin with. Okay, and then I'm gonna do the hand. So how is my flow going today? Not all painting starts the same. Hello. Hi, Dagu. How are you? Lady Pink, I love that. I hope you can see my last painting on the wall here. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, so let's see if I can do it again. I also am completely aware of the fact that not every piece is going to be a masterpiece. And since I was so happy with my last painting, this could be a disaster, but we'll see. But I did learn a lot from this last painting just about the order of things, and I think the last painting I was really cognizant, okay, I don't want to do this here, about the cool and warm tones, and I think that turned out good. And I guess this painting I'm focusing on the order of things. More blending, no blending, I don't know. I think there's just always so much to learn and improve on, and I think for any new beginners, I find that for myself it's helpful to kind of focusing out on one thing at a time. Otherwise I get overwhelmed, and I can see how it's like an overwhelming experience of trying to get like all the things right all at once, like the light and dark, cool and warm details, and I don't know, backgrounds and all that stuff. Only beautiful disasters. That sounds like a story of my life. Life is a struggle, but it is a beautiful struggle. And I'm sure struggle means there's objectively struggles, and then all these struggles that we kind of experience on an individual level that's not really struggles, but our mindset, I guess. But I like that. Beautiful disasters. Thank you, Ness. You have a great day. I'll be here for a bit if you got bored of other things and want to come back and see how this painting turned out. Like I said, I think last time I went 4 hours. That was my longest, personal longest. But I know that there are artists who paint for like 12 hours or have live stream for 12 hours. They might be in and out. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe one day I'll do that, but not yet. slowly cooling this down now with a little bit of burnt umber. And I say slowly, maybe too slow. But we overcome, yes. I love your energy, Daegu. That's awesome. Or Daegu, sorry. Besides, there's no other way but to overcome, right? I refuse to lay down and just die. So this part of arm is kind of this little bit cast shadow by the flowers. Ooh, okay. Do this first. And dab like this part away. There we go. I have a little test strip. I see the color. Okay, that's. So it's summer for most of us, except for Trevor. He's about to get into winter. But what's everybody's summer looks like? So just another day. I think before I have a daughter, but before I had my kid, it was summer was just like awesome time for hanging out. But now summer is, I guess, awesome time, but with lots of kids. Life will get better graphic. Inside of this painting, yes, I am working on a whole series of them. This idea that I got this, was thinking, had a conversation. I actually made a video about it. The latest one I just posted. But it's really about, I'm exploring the idea, you know, we have thoughts in our heads, and every time we talk about it, it's like, you know, in our head, and people say don't have these thoughts in your head or whatever. So it got me thinking, you know, what, like, our thoughts is always in the head, but what if we took them out of our head and give them like personalities and give them bodies? What will they think of us looking back? So that's kind of this idea, and I love how my daughter described it. It was way better because she looked at this girl. She's like, because she knows she doesn't have eyeball, and she said, "Oh, the eyeballs are out playing. You know, these are my eyeball creatures, which are thoughts personified. These are thought creatures, kind of examining us from the outside perspective instead of the other way around." And I really think a lot of times we're thinking these thoughts and we don't even know why or where they're coming from. I mean, some are obvious, but some I think we just absorb in passing, and then suddenly we realize it's like making us really anxious or mad or whatever. So I guess I want to remind all of us to be more aware of the thoughts that you're thinking, because they do have a huge effect on ourselves in the long run. So that's the backstory. I like how this arm turned out. And let me know what you guys think. I always love to hear anything you guys want to add, anything that you guys are reminded that I don't see. I think that's the awesome thing about art, because this might hit you very differently. Even after I explain it, even after all the spiel, that it might still hit you very differently. Like it did with my daughter. And now she's helping me concepting on my little creatures. I give them name orbets because their eyeballs are little orbs, and they are female. Yeah, thank you, Dagu. I thought how she explained it was way simpler. And that's why I love it. That's why I love it so much, because it is so on point and simple. You know, there's a saying that eyeballs are like the windows into our souls, and if they're out playing, what does that mean? You know. And I feel like as I'm exploring these series, my creatures are getting more settled as their permanent shape, and the things they do are getting more wild, I guess. Or I want them to be more wild, so yeah. And then some of you have suggested that maybe I should make plushies out of them, so maybe one day I'll do that and put it in my shop. When I have 500 subscribers, I know that I can have a shop on YouTube, so it'll be exciting. So that's my goal. And yay for reaching 200 subscribers this weekend. I know that every 100 we kind of celebrate a little bit, so yay. Yeah, graphic. I will see you next time or soon. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna give it a tiny bit of warm wash on this area, but not too much. Let that be for now. I'll continue to go back and add more details as we go, but that's kind of where I want to stop. And then let's come back here. Okay, so my instincts always like go paint the darkest area first, but I need to resist that. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna peel. I have a bit of masking fluid here, so I'm gonna peel that. I don't think we need it here. Thank you. I'm still trying to figure out how do people go from 0 to 10,000 like in a week or something crazy. That's probably never gonna happen to me because, I haven't found the secret yet, but experimenting and continue to be consistent. little bit always come a long way. That's so true, yes. What's that saying? There's a saying. Oh my god, it's totally skipping my mind the saying, but it's basically a little bit of every day adds up to a lot. But in a way more poetic way. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Okay, let's dab that away for now. I think that with artists, the only thing I can control is to show up and do the work and get better, focus on my craft. Everything else is kind of can't be concerned. Can't concern myself with it. This ear, I always say that the ear is like the funniest thing in our human body. And I think the good thing about painting the face first, because for me it is the hardest thing, I can just get the hard thing out of the way. There is benefit to that. Does your daughter like to paint or draw with you? Oh my gosh, yes. She said it's her favorite thing to do, which warms my heart so much. So I have like a little desk for her next to my desk. So I usually wake up super early, like in the morning to paint, because that's like the only quiet time I have, and it's like a good time to paint because it's your brain's fresh and all that stuff. And then when she wakes up, she sees me painting, she'll immediately like go to her desk and set her things up, and then she'll paint. She'll try to paint what I paint actually. So she's been painting those little creatures actually, and it's so cool. I love it when I see her paint. She probably doesn't even know what it does to my heart. But maybe when she grows up she will. But yes, she said it's her favorite thing to do is paint it with mommy. How can you not melt at that, you know? Dagu, do you have any kids, or is there something that you have shared experiences? And if you don't, you probably will when you do. Unless that's not in the plant. Then I overspoke. Hi Kent, GM. I think I do learn from her so much. I always say that kids, there's a quote, this one I remember, like the creative adult is like the kids that never grew up. And I love that. And sometimes I think my daughter's imagination is like way cooler than mine. Mine's been all affected and diluted by society and, you know, life, jaded, but she's still so fresh. So yeah, I love that. We do learn from each other. And hi Kent, and you will, Daku. Kent, I mention you earlier because you commented on my video and I was like, yes, I'm totally going to do that today. So stay tuned. Okay, I just need to be brave and then go into it. Here we go. I think painting those is like the hardest for me. I think I went a little too dark here. That's the thing with watercolor. Once you go dark, you can't really go back. So you just gotta keep roll with it. Okay. So I just loaded some I just loaded some like blue, navy blue on my brush. Okay, here we go. Because her head is on the ground, so this is like the shadow part, the cool part of the painting. And then this part, her face touches the ground. I just washed my brush gently, but still left a little bit of blue tint here. And then we're gonna add that to this side of the face, like right now. I enjoy painting with water. And then when I switch to paint with gouache, I paint with paint again. Switching over, I guess. Here. Oops. This is what I get. This is like fourth color, that's cool. take some shape now, as you can see. Just laying down washes on top of washes right now. Without already committing to anything too dramatic. Okay. I'm not going to paint. Well, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Just don't want to mix those colors. Okay, I'm just switching over to a smaller brush now. Smaller brush. It's like our nostril. Start working on her eyebrows, or the underpaint of the eyebrow, I guess. I think visually for myself, and you guys can definitely let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Once I add the eyebrow, it's like it starts to look like, okay, that's a face. Dagu asked, do you make a mock-up painting that you choose to follow for the final painting? Or is it just from a sketch, drawing, and everything else is goes good? Did everyone hear my question? So Dagu asked, do you make a mock-up painting that you do to follow for the final painting? Or is it just from a sketch drawing and everything else is going as long? So I definitely do a mock-up painting, and and I used to just kind of paint and go as like, you know, just like pick color as you go, as you see fit. But I don't feel like that is the best practice. So I started mocking up paintings, and then I mostly for like color, which I thought was really helpful. And then the placement of everything. But I guess the placement of everything I do sketch, and then I do my mock-up in Photoshop. I used to do also done mock-up like small tiny paintings, but then I feel like every time I paint it's different anyways, and then really with mock-up it's just a guide, because my end painting never turned out to look like the mock-up exactly. But I think that I welcome that because I feel like art, and especially painting, is an evolving thing. So I guess the purpose of my mock-up is not to paint like it, but it's more for like I have a go in with the idea already. I hope that makes sense. Studies, there you go. It's like a study. In study, you work out the kinks. Especially with my little figures, because I am switching between gouache and watercolor. And when I didn't do mock-up, I noticed that the little figures kind of look separated from the rest of the painting. They look stuck on, so now I'm really cognizant about picking the colors for them. That also means I need to know beforehand what they look like instead of during. Okay, see now with this eyes, now it looks like now it has a soul. There you go. Do I want to paint the lips now? No, I think I want to paint lips last on this painting. And never use black. I have learned my lesson. I'm not using black in my paintings. So this super dark color you see is actually a dark navy blue, I guess. I'm just adding it on top of the brown I already did, but not covering it the whole way. Yeah, no problem. I myself had the same question, you know, not even that long ago. I see all these artists on like, what they talk about, and they share, like, they do studies after studies before they go on the big one. I always thought, like, that's so annoying that you had to do that, but it really helps. Especially, I noticed that when I went bigger in my painting, the thing about going bigger is more surface, yay, but there's also more problems that I have to solve, and I just could no longer envision the whole thing in my head before a mock-up. Especially with watercolor, someone said that with watercolor, you kind of start with the end in mind, because you do have to leave out the white that you want to leave out and darken the area, and I can't really do that as I go once I got to a certain size, I guess. maybe one day I'll have an AI chip in my brain, then I wouldn't have to. And okay, I'm trying to see if her eyebrow needs to be more, but I think we're good. I've shared this many times, but I do discover that when I look at my art in my camera screen as a thumbnail, it actually really helps to see all the imperfections. So if you're not live streaming or don't have a camera, then take out your phone and take a picture and see. Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. I'm done. I'm done with this. I need to move on. And today, after I'm done painting, after I get off, because I don't want you guys to experience that, but I am going to blow dry it right away to see if it'll help with my warping. Because with my big one, I noticed that the tape down part was fine, but there is a tiny bit of warping along the areas where I use a lot of water. So I wonder if I blow dry it dry right away, that'll make a difference. It helps. I almost spent like 50% of my time, well, if my painting, the whole painting is 100% of time, then I will spend like 50% of that amount on concepting, and from like the line sketches to doodles to like a mock-up of a painting that I'm gonna follow along. So if my painting takes 10 hours and I spend at least 5-6 hours on the part, so I guess totally that should be counting towards my total creative time, right? Okay, so face looks good for now as our first wash. Hands look good. I do enjoy painting hands, so that I think it might be one of my favorite things to paint. I think looks good for now. There's probably a bit darkening that needs to happen and some cast shadows. Okay, so what should we do next? So usually the last painting I started with background first. I don't know why, but this time I did with the face, but now I'm actually going to move to the background because I want to be able to paint over, with what background I use a lot of water and it like seeps into the other areas. So I want to use like the thicker, darker watercolor to cover some of the edges. So I did the face, I'm gonna do the background now. Do I use heavy paper? Yes, I use very heavy paper. I just recently, I guess this year, I started using 300-pound 600 GSM paper, which I love because it takes so much water and I can do washes after it on top of it, and it warps less for sure. But I'm still dealing with a little bit of warping problem, but I don't think it's a huge deal. So anyways, I'm gonna do background, and Kent, I am going to use my purple rice today and some salt for the added texture. I did a video recently about just creating textures in watercolor with household items, which I actually love because of creating because creating that video, I discovered that purple rice leaves this beautiful purple residue once you put on top, and since this piece since this background color I'm using is going to be like a gray purple color, I thought it's appropriate today. Obviously I can't use this on everything, like purple on green will be, I shouldn't say terrible, maybe it's okay, but here you go. So yes, I switch to my big brush. And this is the color I'm going to use. Sometimes if I painted canvas, then I wouldn't have to worry about this paper problem. Okay, I'm gonna wash this. Try not to touch the edges, because I notice that's also when the warping happens. But sometimes it cannot be helped. Oh, and Kent and everyone who are here last week, I have these giant brushes that I want to buy, but I forgot. So they have not, I have not bought them. But because I am using much bigger paper now, I need to get bigger brushes. And the brush I found says it's bear and wolf hair. I don't think it's probably synthetic, but we'll see. And then I found out through the, looking for it, that it's kind of hard to find giant watercolor brushes. So the ones I have my eyes on are actually Chinese calligraphy brushes. Which I'm actually kind of excited about using. Get my hands on them, and I'm sure I'll experiment live with you guys. Okay, this is the part I need to find my edges and like really know what they are, because they all kind of look the same right now. While this area is still wet, some purple rice. Just gonna scatter them here. I do brush them off at the end. This is so exciting! And I can't wait to see how they turn out. And this color I mix is like, I'm gonna drop some more paint around them just to get them bleed. This color is a mixture of purple, brown, blue, and a tiny bit of cool red. This dirty, dusty color, I guess. It was like a hot trend in fashion for a long time. But this dusty color is actually really hard to make or to mix. I think I'm getting better at it though. Just dabbing some more slightly darker tones around some of the rice grains. to help them bleed. I know. Let's see. I mean, I don't know how helpful this zooming in. Oh, this is kind of starting to happen. You see these like areas around it. But it's that I'll come back. I think in about 30 minutes or so, they should do something. So zoomed in, guys. Pardon me, see what I did. Okay. Let's make this corner a bit darker. Also, it's the same with watercolor. Oops. I think with oil or acrylic, you can concept, and then you can pretty much paint it like, or create your large final painting exactly like your concept. But with watercolor you can't really, so that's also another reason that I'm not taking my study too seriously, because how the water have a mind of their own. You just flow and do. I mean, I can influence it, but for the most part, they just do what they want. Okay, let's push it over here now. Let that corner with the purple rice do its magic. We'll come back and check on them in a little bit. See these leaf area? I know I'm gonna go in later with a darker color, so I'm not too worried about the edges and whatnot. And the edges that I do worry about, I have masking fluid over them already. What kind of sorcery is this? I know. I have all sorts of sorcery tricks. Okay. And I think I might go back in that area with some blue actually. Then I need to like work kind of fast here, because once it dries, it will stay that way. So if it's something I don't want to stay that way, I need to go fast. Gently dab away some of the things here. Oh, I need to show you guys something exciting that's happening on the other side. Okay, hold on. Frantic. I'm getting frantic. I just washed this here with water. I don't know if you guys can see, but here we go. Just go around this girl. Maybe the back of her is a bit darker. But look, the color is starting to bleed here. You can see some blue that's coming out. Super exciting. It's getting frantic because this area is kind of starting to settle and I didn't want it to settle like that. Just got the magic. I am learning magic tricks, yes, every day. Try anyways. And then there's more. I think I want to do a little bit of salt green. This is just table salt in some of the areas. To do background and get all the hard things out of the way. So I did face and then background today first. And then we'll fill in the in-between. Just like how they're developing my area. The salt is kind of do its thing while I continue adding more color and washes to the rest of the painting. What was that? Oh look! Whoops. Whoops. It's okay. Because the canvas is very wet right now, like whatever I paint, I dab in right now. It's just gotta dissipate, and especially I have salt on it, so it's just gonna do something very interesting that I can't even tell you what. But can you see? This is some of the blue is starting to come out here now, and this one. So once I brush the rice grains off, I think it's gonna look very interesting. It's gonna, I feel like, oh, let's see. We'll see how it turned out. Or maybe like dandelion fuzz or something that's flying in the air. Maybe it's like Stranger Things, those things that in that realm. Oh, wax! I've never tried that. That's interesting. The other thing I really love is actually just alcohol spray. It gives it such a like a dramatic effect. So maybe next piece I'll do some water alcohol, but I think rice grain and salt grain should be good for this one. I also don't want to be overkill, you know. Okay, let's go over here. See, because the canvas is still wet, when I drop in paint, it just does this, which like one of my favorite things about watercolor is the fact that it does that. And I've gotten used to like let water do my painting half of the time, when I switched to gouache, I was like, oh man, I really have to like scrub out every detail and texture by hand. That was a bit of shocking at first, and it just, as you can see, I'm way faster in watercolor than gouache because of that, because I really do feel like water is painting for me half of the time. So for all, I guess for all the lazy painters out there, maybe try watercolor. See, just does this thing. Okay, I think that's good. Maybe we'll make this good. I think I'll add a little bit of blue in that corner. I use wax. Wax. You know, I've tried to use crayon on my watercolor background. Because crayon's wax, and in my head, like you should act like masking tape or it almost. But let's just say that experiment was a fail because I feel like it didn't do anything. So Daiku, what kind of wax experiment did you do, actually? Because crayon wax didn't work for me. Yeah, I tried it, but because I can't get the wax off, you know, with the masking tape, I can just take it off and it leaves a clean background. But with crayon wax, I can't get the wax off of it once it's there, so I didn't like that. But yeah, I would love to hear about your experiment. You probably did a better job than I did. They say if you're able to master watercolor painting, the oil becomes easy. I agree with that, absolutely. I actually was classically trained in oil. I went to art school and that was my concentration, I guess. Yeah, I find watercolor way harder to do because of the waxy clear, regular. Oh, it's like a clear. Got it. But yeah, I totally agree. Once I feel like now I think about doing a oil painting, it isn't as scary because I know that, you know, with time and patience, I will be able to get it to look like whatever I want. Time and patience is something that I can't say that I'm great at either. I'm like very impatient as a person, but with watercolor, you can't, it's almost time works against you. And I feel like watercolor should get way more credit in the fine arts world than it has been. So I just add a little bit of blue in some areas of my purple. I always love the combination between blue and purple. And because I noticed that my little rice screen is giving off a blue tint against the purple background, which I find super interesting. I thought it was actually going to be more purple. So because of that, I want to add blue in some areas to give the blue from the purple rice, ironically, some context. So there's a bit of blue wash here. This is starting to look pretty interesting. I want to let's see if I can, if you guys can see it yet. Oh, look at that. You see? Okay, I'm gonna put these three. Also, I'm wondering if I could reuse this rice grain. Or is one of those things, once the purple, the color comes out, you're kind of done with that grain. Huh. Can you zoom in? This is as much as I can zoom, but yeah, you can see some bluish textures happening. I do love Sargent. He is awesome. And I think he switches between oil and watercolor, right? I feel like I've seen his watercolor paintings. So goals, I guess, let's just say. I want to paint like him one day. Blue here. What happened here? Can say very cool. I better. Oh yes, so funny. Every time I'm like in the pantry or out or doing something, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can put that on my watercolor if it will do anything. Yes, you are so right. I should not have done this area in this, but there we go. But I feel like most of the time it's pretty, like I see black beans, right? I bet the black bean will do the same thing as the purple rice, but it'll be just way bigger texture. So next time I need to do a texture, have a need for that, I'm gonna experiment the black bean. What else? What else? Like a peach pit. I think it leaves a partly pinkish texture. That's the thing about experimenting, right? It really opens up your repertoire. So I'm super glad I did that video and just experimented with things randomly. With your ink washes, yeah, definitely. I think any water-based attempt art material will do the same thing, I think. I have not done it with gouache just because I feel like with gouache you are kind of trying to paint like acrylic. But I should try it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that be because I know that when I draw in these leaves, this area is gonna look way different. Let's see how this area. So these textures here is the areas I put salt. I'm wondering if I should do more. clear plastic was cool, but this one is really wet. Yeah, yes, I have. I've not tried that personally, but I've seen people do that with the wrap. You kind of crinkle it and then leave it on really wet paint. And you'll leave like, if you ever need to do, I'm thinking like concrete surface, or if you draw landscape, that would be helpful. Yeah. So that's definitely my pantry. Classic wrap, clear wrap. Okay, I don't want to do blue on top of the rice paper, the purple rice, because I want to show that the blue is coming from the purple rice itself. But now that you mention the clear plastic, I would kind of want to try. Just tapped away some of that. Like this area, I could probably imagine if I did the clear wrap. Pretty cool. Dramatic, maybe too dramatic. Let's add some more paint here. This is the purple mixed with the blue now. Let's add a little bit of blue here. Leave that be and see how it dries. Thank you, Dagu, for stopping by. I love that you call me Pink Lady. Have a Lady Pink. That's even better. So thank you for stopping by, and I will check you out next time. Have a great rest of your day. Okay. So I did focus so much on the top of the painting that I feel like I should come to the bottom and even out this wetness. So here we go. I'm gonna try the bottom now. Camera's a bit awkward. I'm gonna set it like upside down, I guess. It's kind of upside down for you guys. Here. I'm gonna do the lower right corner right now. The other trick is once you do this, I could also like spray. You guys see, like spray some water on it to give it dotted texture immediately. But I'm not doing that today. It's like, oh no, oh no, tap away. Because once it's on, it's kind of uncontrollable. It always makes me so happy that people recognize how hard watercolor is. But it's just so beautiful. That's why I want to master it. You know, I think with the areas that I want to have a soft edge, I am going to do the spray bottle trick. Like right here. Kind of works as blending too. I did that. Now it's gonna do its thing, so I'm not gonna touch it again. And there you got a little bit of blue here. Too much blue, maybe. Okay, so looks good. I did add a little bit of red to this purple mix, a cool red, to make it look warmer because it is closer to us. also give some color to this corner. It's so faint, sometimes I can't even tell. Maybe not on camera, but once I peel the tape off, you're like, oh yeah, that's definitely not white. Find a dry spot to set my camera. Let's do here. This piece coincidentally might be the wettest I've done. I don't like how this area looks. I'm just gonna add a little bit of purple here. As you can see, I think my paper is starting to warp a little bit because I have so much water. So it needs to dry. While I move on to the drier part of the painting, which, should we get started on the flowers? I'm almost ready. I do want to paint in this here. So this is just clear, some clear water glaze. Always have my paper towel ready to dab away any unwanted water or paint. They say the perfect or the best watercolor painting consistency is when it's still shiny but flat. So not when it has so much water poured on top. Like, oh, you guys can't probably tell. Like when you see, if you like look sideways, when you see tons of water, that means it's too wet to paint on. And then if it's already matte, that means it's too dry to paint on. Okay. I'm going to start from here first. I probably should do this as the last step, but I want to do it now because I want to see my major areas. So that I can go in with some details later. And my struggle with watercolor is actually not making it dark enough. There's saturated areas that I'm just too scared to make them saturated. So that's a work in progress for me. A work in progress. Did you? What house family on my paperwork? Oh, okay. Which you just reminded me. I just got a jury duty notice in the mail. I totally forgot about that. I need to like reply to it within 10 days or something. So courthouse kind of remind me of that. Thanks. Thanks, graphic. Sometimes I'm like, I just want to paint. Why do I have to tend to life? Yeah, I better not forget about doing that today, actually. Yeah, we'll check back to see the result in a bit. But you can kind of see, look, it's starting to happen. Some are more blue than others, as expected. Yes. Trevor, do you guys do like jury duties where you are? Or is it just an American thing? I don't know. This is gonna be, I feel like I'm gonna go in, throughout the painting, I'm gonna continuously to make this area darker. Because even though it seems dark right now, compared to the rest of it, it's actually not that dark, objectively speaking. It's really mid-tone at best. She lays there, this like pools around her. I think one time I said it's like dark brain matter coming out of her brain. Leave that be. See, another reason I want to do the shadows first. I'm like, is this a shadow or petal? I don't know. That happens to me sometimes. I'm definitely just mistaken one for another, and you just paint over it, and then and you just continue. It's totally fine. Yikes! This is that part of the figure. This year might be a little too wet right now. I'm gonna leave that be. What's going on here? I feel like so much of it will have, yeah, I can really just have to see how it comes out. Can I move the rice grains yet? I better move it when the paper is completely dry. Oh, lucky Trevor, you haven't been summoned upon. I swear, no matter, ever since like I was young, I always get called. Like I know people who's never been called, like all these years, but then I always get called. I don't know why, but I've always been called, but actually I've never been served on a actual jury duty trial. So, a whole lot of nothing. Okay. Yeah, I think I start painting the flowers, and then once the top dries, I'll dust away all the grains and see what my end result is. And then we can go from there to see if I need to do more or it'll be good. Let's start here, and then this is like the bottom area. Let's start, I think, here. We'll let the other side dry. Focus on the right side. These flowers, these yellow areas and the masking fluid. So I usually will do the flowers individually and then go in and paint all the leaves and stems and then add and subtract as needed. Okay. Purple, blue, cream, purple, blue. Okay. So I need to actually mix a new color, I just realized. Okay. stream says unable to connect. I don't know if you guys can still see me. I have somebody at the door I totally forgot about that I need to talk to. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds, okay? 2 seconds. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Yes, I think maybe just something up. But Trevor, no, I just said we have pest control here today because we have a little wasp nest or wasp hive that's growing in our in our area, so we need to take care of that, even though I feel really bad about it. And yeah, I just need to show them where it is. That is all. I'm not sure what happened to my X live stream, but oh well. My X live stream just suddenly died. I'm not going to worry about it. I shall continue. Alright, so let me mix some of this purple color that I wanted to do. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do a little bit of it, and I think I might have to end early today because my computer's not cooperating. So frustrating. Okay. So I usually use a old brush to mix because I don't want to ruin my good brushes. Oh, I should have done it there. And I should theoretically mix a big batch of paint, but I find that my color varies so much. It's good to have a base paint, but I get a base color mix, but then I kind of go as I mix different colors as I go, I guess. So for this one, let's see what I'm mixing here. Okay, that is no longer purple. Let's bring it back to purple. Let's see. Still too blue. I'm gonna add a little bit of red. That's not bad. Okay, and then yes, I'm back. I gotta show the pest control guy where the wasp nest is. Oh yeah, we like this color now. And yes, we had a little snafu with streaming on X, so I just restarted the session. And if you guys are seeing this, can you please give it a repost so that we get the session out there? But like I said earlier, I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. Just another day in the modern life. Okay. So got some of that pretty purple color mixed. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a dry, wet on dry. There you go. Darker around the edges to cover up the overflow, so to speak. Lilac color, I love. Yeah, this is like I feel like my first time living in a more rural, like suburb area. You know, I grew up in the cities, and I'm so just shocked by the appearance of wild animals. But you know, to be fair, we are in their area. Yes, we have a little wasp issue. I'm so glad that Daigu asked me this question, because I feel like so much of it meaning my painting process. You know, while I plan ahead, so much of it is kind of go as I see fit. Watercolor. Okay, first wash, not too bad. happy for now. So first wash. Thank you, Trevor. I feel like my daughter's gonna love this painting because her favorite color is purple, and I think it's gonna be full of purple by the time I'm done with it. So it's exciting. I'm kind of adding purple and blue as I go. To give that tone variation. I think this should be. So yes, again, this is the first wash, so I don't want to get too crazy about everything. Dry here a little bit. Oh, this is super blue. Oh, it's fun if I load two colors on my brush. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like both purple and blue at the same time. That's so cool. of it are gonna be leaves. And then just go over here. A bit of a I'm gonna make a super pale blue. With a hint of greenish yellow. Also small scale flowers. I'm not gonna get too crazy with them. Here. This is the part when I start painting the first flower and then look at the rest of the painting. It's like, oh my god, there's so many more to go. But I know once I start going, then it'll happen. Ooh, pretty. Okay, now these two are more dry, so I go back here. Hi, Black News. Oh my gosh, how are you? Whoop whoop. Thank you so much for stopping by. What a treat. Black News is here. How are you today, Black News, if you're still here? I don't know why I'm washing my brush. I really don't need to because I'm just using the same color. So that's a blue here. Okay. Darn, I think it's already too dry for me to do anything. Not this part. Okay. I need to go back and fix this later. Don't love this part. Please turn out okay. Trevor. I know, I should just tell myself that it's gonna be awesome. No matter what, I gotta be my own cheerleader at the very least. So I think this piece is gonna be all right. It's gonna be good. I was like, I kind of like how it's turning out. Even though I fully believe that we are in the ugly girl phase right now. It's gonna be all right. did try a few new things today, so I just hope my paper can handle it. I just love masking fluids so much now. I feel like a lot of things I would not be able to do if it wasn't for discovering masking fluids. And I can't believe it took me this long. I'm just quickly laying down all my first washes of as many flowers as possible. So it's gonna be blue. These are gonna be blue. Let's get you this girl right here. I think I'm gonna make that more of a warm purple. I guess that's just purple because cool purple is actually technically called violet. Right? Yeah, if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, why am I doing what I'm doing, feel free. Feel free to drop in the chat and ask away. think after I do all the purple flowers, I'm going to stop because I don't think I ate enough breakfast. My toes cramping. I'll be back next week. Party's still working on this painting most likely. So that's cool. I just think the variation going from blue to purple and back is just so pretty. So I'm doing like the underside, where I think is a shadow area, more blue toned. Or try. Because that was not very blue. So she's kind of sitting on this flower. So I imagine she was sitting on that flower and then all the petals kind of like displays out. So let's see if I can get that to look like that. Oh, Trevor, I guess today's one of those days. You're having technical difficulties too? What's going on? Did ChatGPT break the internet? And can you imagine if ChatGPT did break the internet? And I'm not even... I don't think I'll even be surprised if it does happen. It's like, party will happen one day. Cool. can't wait to remove the masking tape there. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. I'm not sure what this is or what I thought it would be, but it's a petal now. Checking my paper. I actually do think I might have more warping on this one than my last one. But we'll see. We will see. I guess I'm transitioning to blue flowers now. Natural transition. Okay. Let's make these lighter. That actually went by pretty fast. Maybe I'll do a couple more. Now I'm kind of transitioning into the more blue flowers. Okay, this is gonna be my last flower. My stomach just punched me. Grr. No worries. No worries, Trevor. Today's one of those days, I guess. I wonder if it's like a computer issue or internet issue. But yeah, streaming has been lagging today for me. It's kind of scary to think about how much us humans these days are at the mercy of internet. Like without the internet, what are we gonna do? And the thought does not bring comfort to me because I feel like the electric grid is such a vulnerable thing, I feel like. Okay, I kind of like how this turned out. Let's add a little bit of blue here. Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to call it a day today. Not my record. I didn't create a record today, but you can be creating record every day, right? Let's take a look. I started with literally a blank slate today with some masking fluid marks. And since then, we started with a face. It looks a very pale wash. I'll probably go back and add more colors. The hand. And then we started painting the background. I experimented with some really cool textures and you can see the color bleeding through now. And like, look at that. So cool. I am surprised that it's bleeding blue for some reason, you know. I thought it was purple rice is supposed to bleed purple, but that is actually not a bad thing. And then I added more texture to the background. And then started painting all the purple flowers. Just the first wash. And I got into my first blue flower. I can't wait to show this painting to my daughter. She's gonna love it. She's like, oh, purple. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me and watching me paint today. I hope you enjoyed my session. Apologies for the interruptions and my running off and whatnot, but I'm happy with how this is starting to look. I'm super excited about what the top texture is gonna look like once I brush everything off. I'm probably going to make a short video about it. So watch out for that. And if you're still watching, if you're just discovering me and finding out about me, don't forget to hit that follow or subscribe button depending on where you're watching this. And like and maybe leave a comment and let me know what you guys think of the painting so far. And I will be back next week, same time, same day, Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So I will see you guys next week and then have awesome rest of the day, rest of the week. And yeah, we'll see you. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.